Hi, I'm Sejal Tapawala. I am the Marketing Manager at Active Concepts. Thank you for tuning in to our Masterclass Series where we discuss scientific topics as they relate to the personal care industry. In today's Masterclass, we'll deep dive into cosmetics versus over-the-counter drugs as defined and regulated by the United States Food and Drug Administration. The FDA addresses the use of drugs and cosmetics under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, which was enacted in 1938. This law established quality standards for food, drugs, medical devices, and cosmetics manufactured and sold in the United States. This law also provided federal oversight and enforcement of these standards. The FD&C Act draws a distinction between cosmetics and drugs. The different laws and regulations apply to each category. Let's dive in and understand how to differentiate cosmetics from over-the-counter drugs. The FDA defines a cosmetic as a product intended to be applied to the human body for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering the appearance. Among the products included in this definition include skin moisturizers, perfumes, lipsticks, nail polishes, eye and facial makeup, cleansing shampoos, and permanent waves, hair colors, and deodorants. Under the FD&C Act, cosmetic products and ingredients, with the exception of color additives, do not require FDA approval before they go to the market. It is important to note soap is defined in its own special category. Although soap is used for cleansing, the FDA recognizes soap as a category composed mainly of alkali salts and fatty acids. If there is a presence of synthetic ingredients, this makes the product a cosmetic. A true soap may only be labeled and marketed as soap. For example, if it claims to moisturize the skin, it is not a true soap. Soaps are regulated by the Consumer Product Safety Commission and not the FDA. In the US, a product qualifies as a drug when the product's intended use is diagnosing, mitigating, treating, curing, or preventing disease, or to affect the structure or function of the body. Drugs must generally receive pre-market approval by the FDA through the new drug application process or conform to a monograph for a particular drug category as established by FDA's over-the-counter drug review. These monographs specify conditions whereby OTC drug ingredients are generally recognized as safe and effective. Certain over-the-counter drugs may remain on the market without an NDA approval until a monograph for its class of drugs is finalized as a regulation. However, once FDA has made a final determination on the status of an over-the-counter drug category, these products must either be the subject of an approved new drug application or comply with the appropriate monograph for an over-the-counter drug. Examples of over-the-counter drug products can include sunscreen, anti-dandruff shampoo, acne care, and hand sanitizer. I mentioned earlier an OTC monograph. An OTC monograph is a rule book for each therapeutic category, establishing conditions such as active ingredients, dosage, route of administration, labeling and testing under which an OTC drug is generally recognized as safe and effective. Monographs are available on the FDA website. They are broken down by product function, and they list all the different ingredients that can be used for that function. For example, there are monographs for acne, sunscreen, antiperspirants, skin protectants, dandruff products, and much more. You can find the complete list of all the US FDA monographs in the description box below. Companies are required to follow the guidance in the monograph and label the OTC products with the drug facts box. As consumers, you may have seen this drug facts box on everything from sunscreen to your cold medication. The drug facts box contains active ingredients, purposes, uses, warnings, directions, inactive ingredients, other questions, and information. The FDA defines the intended use by several factors: claims stated on the product labeling, in advertising, on the internet, or in promotional materials. Certain claims may cause a product to be considered a drug even if the product is marketed as if it was a cosmetic. Such claims establish the product as a drug because the intended use is to treat or prevent disease or otherwise affect the structure or functions of the human body. Some examples are claims that products will restore hair growth, reduce cellulite, treat varicose veins, increase or decrease the production of melanin in the skin, or regenerate cells. Another factor is through consumer perception. This means asking why the consumer is buying it and what the consumer expects it to do. The third factor is ingredients that cause a product to be considered a drug because they have a well-known therapeutic use to the public and industry, such as fluoride in toothpaste or salicylic acid in an acne treatment. When it comes to claims, it can be difficult to decipher, and brands need to be mindful of the language used in the marketing of a product. If a product is intended to make lines and wrinkles less noticeable by moisturizing the skin through the use of a lotion, it qualifies as a cosmetic claim. But if that product claims to remove the wrinkles, it is altering the structure of the skin and would be considered a drug by the FDA. The FDA does not have a list of approved or accepted claims for cosmetics. However, cosmetic claims must be truthful and not misleading. Also, they cannot claim to have any type of therapeutic effect. It cannot imply that the product may be used for treating or preventing disease or affecting the structure or function of the body, including the skin. When it comes to these type of claims, such as treats or prevents, the product is now considered an OTC drug. Some products meet the definition of both cosmetics and drugs. This may happen when a product has two intended uses. For example, a shampoo is a cosmetic because its intended use is to cleanse the hair. An anti-dandruff treatment is a drug because its intended use is to treat dandruff. Consequently, an anti-dandruff shampoo is both a cosmetic and a drug. Among cosmetic and drug combinations are toothpaste that contain fluoride, deodorants that are also antiperspirants, and moisturizers and makeup marketed with sun protection claims. These products must comply with the requirements for both cosmetics and drugs. Now, you may be wondering where cosmeceuticals fit in. The term cosmeceutical was coined in 1984 by Albert Kligman to describe an emerging category. This word is a combination of cosmetic and pharmaceutical. It's a cosmetic product claimed to have medicinal or drug-like benefits. Cosmeceutical products are marketed as cosmetics but contain biologically active ingredients. It is important to note the FD&C Act does not recognize the category cosmeceuticals. A product can be a drug, a cosmetic, or a combination of both, but the term cosmeceutical has no meaning under the law. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act is the main law on cosmetic products in the United States. This act has recently been amended by the Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act, or MOCRA, creating stricter obligations and requirements for beauty brands. MOCRA is the most significant expansion of the FDA's authority to regulate cosmetics since the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act was passed in 1938. This new law will help ensure the safety of cosmetic products many consumers use daily. As we have seen today, both a cosmetic product and an over-the-counter drug have specific requirements when it comes to the FDA. It is important to keep in mind intended use and product claims when considering a product launch in the United States. Thank you for joining us for Season 1 of our Masterclass series. We'll be back soon with Season 2. I'm Sejal Tapawala, and this was a masterclass on cosmetics versus over-the-counter drugs as defined and regulated by the United States FDA.